Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the vlog. I am Abby with Family Fit. We're just gonna have a little bit of a real life video today, and I am going to kind of just talk to you a little bit while I get ready because we are going to church today. It is Sunday, and we're going to church, and so I just wanted to, today is gonna be my first day back on plan in literally like 10 days. So for those of you that are new here, I haven't had very much video content out the last 10 days. Our foster daughter left us. CPS removed her and took her back to her bio family last Thursday while I was in DC for my brother's wedding. And it was really traumatic. Obviously, reunification is the goal of foster care. However, it was really traumatic for all of us just because she'd been in our home for a whole year, or almost a year. It was like a couple days short of a year. And it was just really, we miss her a lot. And there's been no contact with her birth family from us. Despite our wish for that to happen, they're just not ready, I guess, for that. So anyway, we haven't had any updates on her. And so it's just been a really, really sad and emotional couple of days. And that is no excuse. However, I have completely let myself, my low battery. I have completely let myself fall off plan for the last 10 days, and I feel terrible, and enough is enough. I'm done being sorry for myself. I have not listened to my life book and how to handle emotions that cause eating, and I am just ready for a reset. So today's Sunday, October 24th, is gonna be my first day back on plan getting into fat burn. And while I've had some obviously off-plan choices in the last, 9-10 months of Optavia, this is the first time I've let myself go for 10 days. Like, this is way longer than any other time, and I don't know what happened with me mentally. I just wasn't in a good place to, we're back, to make the choices I needed to make. And realistically, I've probably gained 5 pounds, but it might as well be 20 in my head because I feel terrible. I look at myself and I don't feel like I see the person that I was seeing prior to this 10 days. And it makes me really upset that I let it happen like that. But you live and you learn. It's life. And we go through challenges, and the journey isn't always perfect. So today's the day. I want to be making videos every day this week, showing myself on plan, showing myself get into fat burn, so that you guys can see too. I'm sure there's been those of you in your life where something has happened that's kind of drawn you off sides, and it is possible to get back on plan. So welcome to the vlog. Come along. We're going to church. We've got some errands to do. I got to clean out the garage today, all the fun things you do when you're not working on Sunday. So anyways, welcome to the vlog, and we're glad you're with us. All right, so I am all ready for church this morning. Got my dress on. I am going to have my first fueling of the day, which is a little later than normal. It's about 8:40, and usually I have my first fueling at like 7. So anyways, this is my creamy double peanut butter crisp. I just got a new box yesterday, so I got to get some of my favorites back. I always eat first. So I like to use the brownie tray because usually I do make brownies in the microwave at night, but I also use a lot of brownies in my coffee to where I don't need the tray, so I have a lot of these trays extra. So I like to just crumble it up to like a granola type consistency, and I eat it as cereal. So this is one of my favorite ways to have the creamy peanut butter bar. So I just get it to granola consistency, and then I use this 30-calorie silk vanilla almond milk. It's unsweet. I usually use 2 cups of this a day. I'm gonna put a half a cup of this in my granola cereal, and then I'm gonna use the other cup and a half in my coffee later on, and that'll count as my healthy fat for the day. All right, guys, we just finished church during donut hour. I obviously did not have a donut. Proud of myself. Yeah, did you have a donut?
Maybe.
Okay, he is not being a supportive spouse of my day back on plan.
You didn't see me.
I didn't see him eat it. That's true. He did not eat it in front of me.
And it was just one.
I actually don't even really like donuts unless they're like a specific kind, so it wasn't even that tempting. But I had my silky peanut butter bar. I've been on a peanut butter kick today, I guess. I'm going to drink this bottle of water. I drank one in church. This will be my second. We're going to go into Kroger because we need Halloween candy for something at school this week. But also, we were challenged by our mentorship team in Optavia to take a candy shot of us with as much candy as weight we've lost, which between the two of us is, babe, how much? He's texting the coaches and not paying attention to my video.
120
pounds.
Yeah.
120 pounds. So we're going to try to take a picture with 120 pounds of candy, and everyone in here is probably going to think that we are really crazy. But then I'm going to buy some candy for my stuff at school this week. So that's my update, and yeah, that's all we got for now. All right, guys. Well, it's about 12:40, and I am headed to take our previous foster son, who spent the weekend with us. I'm taking him back to his mom and dad. It's so nice when things in foster care work out like that. This was not the baby that just left. We had this little man a year ago. He went home exactly a year ago this month, and she just called me this weekend and said, hey, can you have baby B this weekend? We're gonna be out of town. And I said, of course. That was God's little rainbow to my heart. We have a really great relationship with them, and so that's been really fun. He is almost 2 and into everything though, so it was a busy weekend. Anyways, I have got my coffee here. This is gonna be fueling number 3 for the day. I didn't show you making it because I'm in the car, so I didn't film, but I just did a brownie mix in my shaker bottle with 8 ounces of almond milk, and then a little bit of keto ready whip on top, and it was over a double shot of espresso. So I'm gonna have that while I drive, just listen to music and hope the kids take a nap. They're chomping on their chicken nuggets back there in the back. All right, so it is about, 3 o'clock, and it is time for fueling number 4 of the day. I'm feeling pretty hungry, and I'm wanting to make a choice that leads me to stay on plan. So I'm gonna take about 1 ounce of my lean for the day and put it into this fueling. So I am going to take the mashed potato fueling, and I'm going to mix a third of a cup of water. Now the package calls for a fourth of a cup, but when I waffle it, I usually just use less water. I'm sorry, the package calls for half of a cup, but when I waffle it, I use less water. So I'm gonna waffle this potato fueling to make a breakfast bowl, because that just sounds really good to me right now. So this is the consistency, kind of like baby oatmeal consistency is what you're looking for. I will use my mini dash waffle maker, which I will preface to you, this might not work because I'm out of cooking spray. So I'm just gonna put all of it into one, because when I only use a third of a cup of water, you can fit it into one waffle. So I'm gonna make one waffle that I'll then cut up, and it's kind of like a hash brown. So I'm gonna let that cook for a good 5 minutes. I am also, Mommy's making a video, 1 second. Yes, you may. I am also going to do 2 egg whites cooked in a pan, and I'm gonna do 2 slices of turkey bacon. So that's gonna take 1 ounce off of my lean for tonight. And then I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of cheese, reduced fat, as a condiment, as well as a little bit of mustard. I would usually use ketchup, but we're out of sugar-free ketchup, and obviously I'm not gonna use regular. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will show you how it all comes together. But this is just a really good option for when you're really hungry, kind of that first day back on plan, just to take some of your lean off your dinner and put it into a fueling to kind of fill you up a little bit more and tide you over. All right, so surprisingly, this came out without too many problems, but I got it really nice and crispy. I left it in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use a pair of kitchen scissors, and I'm gonna chop this potato pancake, or I guess rather potato waffle. I cooked it for about 5 minutes to get it nice and crispy. I'm just gonna cut this up into bite-sized pieces, and this is gonna be the base for my breakfast bowl. So obviously this part is the part that counts as one fueling, okay? So that's what that looks like, all crushed up. I have 2 egg whites over here that I just scrambled up in the pan. I just threw the yolks away. We don't use yolks, sorry, I just blocked you guys. We don't use yolks very much at our house anymore. So I've got the egg whites, I'm gonna top those. And then in the microwave, it took about 1 minute and 30 seconds to get my bacon like semi-crispy. I don't like it too crispy, but I also don't like it mushy. So it's like about 1 minute and 30 seconds for my microwave is where it's at. I just love having a pair of scissors that I just use in the kitchen. It's so much easier than a knife for a lot of tasks. So I'm going to chop all of this up. And I'm going to, so instead of 5 ounces of steak on my salad tonight, I'm gonna use 4 ounces of steak. Okay, so I'm gonna chop all of this up and I'm gonna put the bacon, turkey bacon on top of my cheese. I'm sorry, not cheese, on top of my egg whites. So this is now 1 ounce of a lean and my fueling. And then I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of reduced fat shredded cheddar cheese, which I find a pinch is a tablespoon. Once you've done this for enough months, I mean, I always encourage you to measure, but I just know that one of my pinches is a tablespoon because I measured it lots of times. And then I'm just gonna top it with just a drizzle of mustard. And like I said, I would usually choose ketchup, but I don't have sugar-free, so that those will count as my condiments. So this is my breakfast bowl fueling. I will take a picture of it so y'all can see it up close. But it's gonna be a delicious way to stay on plan this afternoon, my first day back. All right, guys, I am about to make my lean and green tonight, which I'm super excited for. I'm going to have a steak salad with some cucumber and a lettuce blend and some balsamic dressing. So, excuse me, there are 2 things in this instance. What is a do as I say, not as I do as an Optavia coach. One is the fact that it's 7:40 and I should have eaten 2 hours ago. You always want to eat every 2 to 3 hours. If you notice, the last time I ate was like almost 3 o'clock. So I have waited way too long. I'm starving. I am going to grab a cheese stick and have that as a healthy snack while my steak is cooking. But I'm going to walk you along with my salad. I got these hearts of romaine. So I think my plan is to use 2 cups of this and then a cup of this Thai cabbage mix. And it's got kale, broccoli stalks, green cabbage. So I'm gonna do a cup of this and 2 cups of lettuce. I'm not gonna use obviously any of the toppings that come along with that. Oh, actually I lied. I'm gonna use half a cup of this because I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of cucumber and a little bit of green onions, maybe like 2 tablespoons as well. And then I'm gonna use some balsamic dressing, which there's all kinds of different balsamic low-fat options. So you'll just have to see what your store carries. My store only carries a brand or 2 and they're both store brands. But I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of that. And I did mess up. I should have counted my almond milk this morning as a condiment, not a healthy fat, but we all make mistakes. I was already planning on having this for dinner, so I'm gonna go ahead and have the dressing and more carefully calculate tomorrow what my dinner is gonna be so I can move my healthy fat and my condiments around in that way. So I will show you what this looks like when it all comes together. I am also gonna use, I forgot to mention, 2 tablespoons of low-fat feta cheese, as well as my 5 ounces of steak on my salad. So I will show you what it looks like when it all comes together. I'm definitely going to use my food scale here to weigh my steak to make sure. And I said 5 ounces. I meant 4 because, as you recall earlier in the video, I used 1 of my ounces of my lean with a fueling. So that is that. And then I will end my night with a brownie, which I'm probably gonna have around like 9 o'clock. So, I mean, that's another good question. People ask, what if I eat my dinner late and I'm too tired? It doesn't matter. You still have to eat that 5th fueling. You need all of that in a day so it doesn't send you into starvation mode. So worst case scenario, just move your fuelings closer at the end of the day. Don't skip it all together. Bad idea. I will show you how it all comes together when we're done with the grill. All right, so I've got this beautiful bed of lettuce and cucumbers. And I just put on with my measuring spoon 2 tablespoons of my low-fat balsamic vinaigrette. And I am going, like I said, you want to check the sugar content at your grocery store of what your dressing has in it, because they're not all created equal. So go ahead and check. You're looking for low carb, low sugar, low fat. So I put my 2 tablespoons on there. I'm going to top it with my steak when it's off the grill, my 2 tablespoons of feta for a condiment, and I will take a picture and show it to y'all. All right, guys, so I've got my 4 ounces of steak, my 2 tablespoons of reduced fat feta on here, and this is going to be a delicious dinner.